Welcome to Learning Algebra with Ms. Rodriguez. By the end of this video, you will understand how to solve a quadratic by completing the square. So this is the last step of completing the square. First, we must understand if something is squared, we can use a square root to undo it. Similar to how if something is added, we can subtract it because they're opposites. And if something is being multiplied, we can divide it because they're opposites. Square and square roots are also opposites. So in example 1, I can focus on solving using the square root. So that means I want to get rid of that squared that is happening by the parentheses. So I can do something called the square root, which is kind of like that little house on both sides because we always want to do the same thing to the left and to the right. That square root cancels out the square. So I'm just left with the inside, x minus 6. But on the right side, because I am squaring I am square rooting, I'm trying to figure out what number times itself gives us the 36. So 6 times 6 gives 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. Every time I take the square root of something, I must understand that I have a positive and negative version of that number. Because 2 positives gives me a positive and 2 negatives gives me a positive, there are 2 possibilities for the square root of 36. Because there are 2 possibilities, I really have 2 equations. I have the first one where I have x minus 6 equals the positive version, and I have x minus 6 equals the negative version. And I have to solve these 2 independent equations from each other. So I want to add 6 to both sides. So that means that x is going to equal 12. But I want to add 6 to both sides on this other equation as well. That's going to give me 0. So that means I have 2 possible answers for x. X can equal the number 12 and x can equal the number 0. So in my try it, when I try to solve using the square root, I end up with x equals negative 1 and x equals negative 15. So in this video, I want to cover how we can use solving equation to complete the square by combining all of the steps, by finding the c value to complete the square, by rewriting the perfect square trinomial as a squared binomial, factor it, and then I want to undo the squaring by solving using the square root. So in example 2, I want to start by getting rid of the minus 33 by doing opposite operation to add 33. So this is going to give me x squared plus 8x. I know that I'm going to end up adding something on both sides, so I want to put a plus and a box equals 33. And I don't want to forget to add the box on both sides. So that is step 1. I am moving the constant so that I can find the C number. So that number that is going to go in the box is always half of our B term squared. So in this case, my B term is 8. So half of 8 is 4, and 4 squared is 16. So that is a number that is going in the box or in the blanks. Step 2 is to rewrite as a square following that frame. We're just trying to figure out what half of your B term is. So in this case, we already figured out what half of our B term is. It's 4. It's that first number we get. So that is going to be the number that's going to go in my frame, positive 4. So that x squared plus 8x plus 16 just turns into the simple binomial x plus 4. Then I want to add the 33 plus the 16 on both sides. So I now know that 33 plus 16 is 49. So now I have something that's very similar to example 1, where I want to solve using my square root method. So to undo the square, I need to take the square root of both sides of my equation. Well, that square and square root kind of cancel. That's why I'm just left with that x plus 4. And now 49, the square root, is going to be 7. I can't forget the positive and negative version of that. So in step 4, I want to solve for x. So that means I need to set up two equations. X plus 4 is equal to 7 and x plus 4 is equal to -7. And now I'm going to solve these little equations. So I want to isolate my variable x by subtracting 4. So 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. And then I want to subtract 4 again on both sides. This case, I get -7 minus 4, which is equal to -11. So the answer to this equation is to solve x equals 3 and x equals -11. I should always have two possible answers when I'm talking about quadratics. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow educators or students.